Hi guys, Julian here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is more of a demonstration of my daily routine, what I've developed over the years and what is good for my body today as opposed to 20 years ago. Hope you enjoy. The first position to try and achieve is feet in parallel, hips width apart, and on a rise you're going to be lifting your arms above your head and opening 4 times. So important to work at your balance and your stability, and actually the more gripped you are in your right glute and the more planted your right heel is into the floor, the more stability you'll have. With this movement, this is not so much a back bend as lifting the chest up to the ceiling and synchronizing and choreographing the arms and the lift at the same time, coming back to a center position with your arms open. All the time you're keeping the right heel pressed into the floor before reaching to a side stretch and then the other way. Breathing the whole time, being aware of not lifting the shoulders, that you're working from the core constantly. Finding a flat back. Finding a spot on the floor, a reference point that you drop your body towards, keeping both legs straight. You're going to be working your hamstrings, especially the left hamstring, and keeping hold of the core while letting go of the upper body. It's important to try and let the arms fall and engage with every little bounce, and breathing is ever so important. I'm breathing out in little pulses before twisting my body, rotating my upper body one way and then the other. The only reason my arms are moving is because I'm rotating my upper body. My spine stays lengthened the whole time before dropping down, rolling down, flexing my foot, picking the toes up to get even more of a stretch in that left hamstring, breathing and pulsing all the time. I'm constantly moving. Then from there, left leg, the left hip is opened, my spine stays straight, I twist my body. Forearm on the floor, keeping the spine straight, opening up the left arm, chest to the side, breathing the whole time, working the whole time. And there is so much going on here. So it's important to not let the pain of what's going on affect your movement. Last thing, straight arm plank, right leg comes into hoti-hai position and keeping hold of the hips, not letting the right hip drop with my right leg lifted. 4 press ups and then the same on the other side. Being aware of keeping my stomach really engaged, my shoulders are down, before releasing my spine and relaxing. And then on to the other side. You'll notice, because it's so important to work on both sides of the body, this one after the other, you'll notice one side of your body being stronger or more flexible or less flexible. That's what all this work is for, to give you guys a sense of the differential between both sides of your body. And this is not a back bend. Here I'm keeping my left heel pushed into the floor as I lift my chest up. And again, it's about control. It's about taking my body to a point where I don't lose balance. All this work is quite advanced, and I would suggest breaking the moves down and trying little bits and pieces before doing the whole thing at once. And you kind of want to constantly be checking yourself for your balance, for your shoulders, for your breathing, for engagement through the core as you're working. I focus on a spot on the floor in between my 2 legs, which is a continuation of the line of my spine. So it's as if I'm dropping my head down the line of my spine every time, while still holding onto my core and holding onto my hips. This side of my body is much stiffer than the other side, so I find this side much more difficult to work on. From there, keeping hold of the hips, I twist my body around, making sure that my arms are on my spine and that there's a connection from one middle finger across my back to the other middle finger. Bring it back to a flat back, and there I release my spine all the way down my front leg, letting go of my head, my shoulders, picking up the foot, flexing the foot, and I feel a release all the way up into my right hip. And with the right hip open, forearm on the floor, twisting my body 4 times, breathing, twisting my body around. And it's so important here to keep right on the balls of the back foot, to keep the back leg elongated, really stretched behind the knee before coming back to a retiré and 4 press-ups on one leg. Again, if you find this difficult, just hold a straight arm plank. But I am feeling this in my tummy, in my core. So it's not just my arms that are working, it's the entirety of my body. And if you can slowly get a sense of working with your entire body, that'll be great. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a little more demanding and a little more advanced than the last class. But if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon.